Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I've got some good scoring tiles here, but a long way from a bingo. How can I get good value from my X? And generally, how can I sort the rack out? Well, I guess I can play fixed, which gets rid of 2 of my 3 scoring tiles for 28. Wow, looks jolly close to a bingo. Is there a 7 here? I would have serotype through a P. Wow, this just looks so close to a 7. Just the Y, which is non-bingo-y. Let me consider the floaters on the board. Not seeing anything with the F. What about the T? No. And neither the X or the I. So I'm not seeing a bingo. I've got the Y for score, and I should be able to leave a really good 5-letter set if I play Yi or Yo. Now, do any of these 2-letter sets create a bingo? What about EF? Not seeing anything. TI? No. AX? No. So, where can I play off YE or YO? Well, nowhere great. I've got YE here. And I think I'll do this. I am setting up a hotspot in column 4, but that in turn will create new lanes, and this is a fantastic 5-letter set. I'm going with this. Okay, opponent momentarily away. So Yi for 14. So, do I have a bingo? If I'd played Yo, I would have had reglets. Wow, I'm just not seeing a 7 here, and I don't think there is one. What a shame, because the tiles are all so bingo-y. What about TI? Wow, fantastic bingo by opponent, and does not provide floaters. 110 points, brutal. Can I come back with a bingo of my own? And I don't think I can. So, how to sort the rack out? Do I have anything which goes in front of othered? No, I don't. What about a play in column 8? No, not seeing anything. No scoring tiles on my rack. Just wondering about getting value from the X, but I would need to burn E and O, so that's not looking promising. What I can do is play log for 15, because this rack leave is really good, and I am creating new lanes. Right, surely now I am bingoing. So, Raciest, Atresic, Steeric, and Christie. All of those play in column 2. Goy takes nothing in front. Raciest plays in row I. Great, only 24 points for opponent. So do I have anything which runs across the whole of fixed? Atresic, Raciest, Christie, and Steeric. Wow, I think Steeric does. For 87 points, fantastic, back in the game. And a non-bingo rack. I have Faniga, which plays in column 2, which will score quite well and sort the rack out. I really wasn't optimistic that any of those 4 bingos would run across all of the tiles in fixed, but you go through the motions and sometimes it works out. Now my F can also go underneath the E of othered, but not for Faniga. But I could play far in that spot, and that might be better. AEGN is quite a nice 4-letter rack leave. And I won't be creating access to triple word squares if I play far. C takes nothing in front, so row H isn't a hot spot. So what about column 8? Do I have anything great onto the E? This is quite a hot spot. If the Z hits that double letter square, that could be an 80 or 90 point play. Now I could actually play Faniga above othered, which would take out that danger, but since I trail, I may prefer to retain that volatility. Wow, great bingo by opponent. And I think I will keep the better rack leave and go with far. So, fairly balanced. Is there a bingo here? Again, 4 vowels, so slightly less likely to be one than if there were 3. I have the out prefix. Not seeing anything there. How about the floating S? No, not seeing anything. What other floating consonants are there? Well, there's the C. That doesn't look good. And the V. No, so I don't think I am bingoing. What about column 8? Nope, not seeing anything there. I trail by a bingo, but only a bingo, so I'm still in this game. Iconize takes D and S. My G can go underneath tar, but I think the best I can do there is GEO, and I would like to play off the U. The Q's still to come, but that's not worth hanging on to the U for. So what can I do with this rack? No scoring tiles, so I'm going to be limited in terms of what I can score. I guess OU would leave a decent 5-letter set, but not a great one. Still one blank to come. Can I get value from the V? I'm looking at the scoring tiles on the board since I have none. Okay, 30 points for opponent. Now, does L give me anything? And I don't think it does. Or does it? No, not seeing anything. Now I've got the auto prefix with GEN. Does that prompt anything? No. Gosh, I hope I'm not missing a bingo through this L. Just not seeing it. What about the P? No. Okay, so what to do? And I'd like to keep the board open. Fortunately, it is open at the moment. And I'd like to play off O and U. Is there any way I can do that? And I keep coming back to this V. But I think the best I can see there is Uva, which retains the O. 15 minutes on my clock. Just rechecking the S in case I have something. Nope, not seeing anything. And I don't have to hang on to the G, but it does help with the vowel consonant balance. Okay, I am playing Uppo in this spot for 12. Right, well, surely there's something here. This looks so close to a bingo. I have the AGE ending. And I'm just wondering about agnates. I think that's good. Wow, another bingo for opponent. That's probably the nail in my coffin. But can I at least come back into this game? I would have catagens through this C if there was slightly more space. Opponent has not provided a spot for agnates. Do I have anything through L or O? What about the L? No, not seeing anything. So what about the I? No, 31 tiles to come, but quite a lot of non-bingo-y tiles amongst them. Is there really nowhere for agnates? There indeed is nowhere. I've considered the I of Steric because I've considered the I of Iconize. So, can I score something through the I of Purling? There are quite a few big tiles which can go above the I. Well, I can play Eiger here, which leaves a decent 4-letter set and a floating vowel, which goes well with the I's on the board. I'm going with this. Well, I have Denets and Stend, and Tiger's good, so Stend plays in row K. Do I have anything through the A? Not that I can see, and, well, it's Dentines through the I, and Desinent, so I have Desinent in row K. So both of my bingos are in row K. And, well, Far takes an N, but look at that. Stend just doesn't work there because the C is in the way. So what about the L or the O? L doesn't look promising. How about the O? I have the non-prefix. No, not seeing anything there. I trail by 140, which is 2 bingos, which is pretty much unretrievable. Now, Desinent's nice because it makes Tager as well as the bingo itself. And, well, that's been blocked. But I think I still have Stend for 71. And I draw the Z, which is a scoring tile, so is there a way of getting a big score with it? How about this E? I sometimes miss ZE. Well, nothing goes in front of DI. Do I have anything which goes in front of log? No, I don't, and I've only got the solitary vowel. So, no great Z spots. What about a play through I and E? With a B, I would have Zainab. Nope, not seeing anything. Now, I have Maisie in row L, which is going to score quite well. And the board does still have bingo lanes at the top and the bottom. And my Maisie spot remains available for 55. Is there anywhere bigger than that? And great, quite a few vowels to come, which will help with DNT. Zon, not good. Yeah, I am going with Maisie for 55. Wow, pretty good. Looks close to a bingo. Do I have anything through the A? I don't think I do. And this rack doesn't look like it goes well with any consonants. So what about the Y? I would have the LY ending and ILY. Gosh, 57 points for opponent, that's good. Only 5 tiles in the bag, and opponent leads by over 100, so I'm not in good shape. Is there really nothing through this A? It looks like it goes well with this rack. No, not seeing anything, so what am I looking to do? Opponent's created a new lane. There's still column 13 because of Farn. So, could I have a 7 here? No, not that I can see. And are there any floaters I haven't considered? I don't think so. So I don't want to, well, I don't want to play more than 4 tiles. No blanks to come. Can I set up a selfish lane? Does anything extend inquiry? I don't think it does. So, lots of E's and I's to come. So Do for 27. If I draw an E, I have a decent rack. If I draw an I, not terrible. Okay, I'm going with Do. And I do draw an I, so do I have anything through the A? Without the S, I would have Invital. But I'm not seeing anything with the S. And are there any other lanes? Well, the L doesn't go well with this rack. And then there are 7-letter lanes, but my rack doesn't make a 7. So I'm coming back to the A. Not seeing anything. Nice play by opponent, 40 points. I trail by 120. The bag is empty. Opponent is not going out in 1. So what to do here? How can I get value from my V? How can I go out in 2? And is there anywhere I need to block for opponents J and K? Don't think so. So let me see what this looks like. Vitals for 9, pretty lame, but would guarantee an out in 2. Brown is good. Can I get value from the Z? So I could play LI for 28. Is this the play? And then I would have Vince and Zols. And I think opponent would struggle to block that. I am going with this. Do I have a second out? Do I have something through the A? Well, if opponent blocks Vince, it'll likely be with a play through the A, so opponent could play Jake in that spot. Yeah, I'm not seeing a second out for my V, but part of the attraction of LI was the score. I can certainly play the V, I just won't be able to go out. 11 minutes on opponent's clock and 9 on mine, so plenty of time. I've got the S for iconize, so iconizes, so I can play Viz in that spot for about 25 points. And I was looking at row D to see if I could play through this E. Well, I think the best I can do there is Vise for 16. Can't see anything great which makes brown. And I can't see a way of using the vlog hook. Column 15 not available because I would need 2 vowels, and in particular an E for going next to the R. But that's also not available for opponent. So supposing Vince remains available, do I have something better which ends ST or SN? No, I don't. So still 9 minutes on both of our clocks. I think opponent probably will block Zols. He's been playing pretty solidly. Great, and he doesn't. 28 points. So Vince for 22. And the final score, 416 for me, 502 for my opponent, a winning margin of 86 points, so well done to my opponent. Let's see what I missed. Wow, what a game. Very high scoring. And both of us over 400 points. Now, it was me to go fast and fit available for 30, hanging on to the X. Yeah, probably not much between those plays. Opponent plays Wheater. Wow, I thought there might be a bingo here. There isn't. So I play Yi for 14, sacrificing a lot of points, but retaining a really good 5-letter set. But look at this, 110-point double bingo for opponent. Absolutely fantastic. My rack. No bingo here. And I play Log for 15, again sacrificing a few points to maintain a rack leave and to open the board. Opponent with a lot of vowels plays Valued. And here we go, I have Steeric for 87 and I'm back in the game. But not for long. Opponent has a fantastic rack and plays Iconize for 75. Could have played Invoices through the V for a little bit more. My rack, I thought about Fanigar and went with Far for 30. And I like that play. But it's close. 44 points versus 30 is 14 more points. And I don't think AEGN is 14 more than A. A is neutral, probably about 0. And AEGN, I would say, is not more than 10, somewhere between 5 and 10. So at best, there's a 10-point difference in rack leaves and a 14-point difference in score. So I think only if the rack leave difference was 10 would I feel that the better rack leave justified Far. Now look at this, fantastic rack for opponent, has a back-to-back bingo, up along, doesn't spot it, and that plays in column 13. So opponent plays Loop instead. Phew, no miss bingo here. And this is where I play up over 12, again sacrificing points for rack leave. And opponent does spot this bingo. Now, what do I have? There is a bingo through the eye. Saginate, very high probability, so shame on me for missing that. Well done if you spotted it. Not a common word, but certainly a high probability one. So I play Eiger instead. Opponent plays Who, and now I have a choice of bingos. Stend I saw, but also C8 unnested, and sonneted through the O. Now I trail by 90, opponent's rack, plays Brow, and I play Maisie, but H2. Wow, I could have played Azim in column 12 for 4 more points, same rack leave. Placing an A next to this triple letter square, I think I prefer Maisie. Opponent plays Inquiry, which was a nice spot, and I'm now over 100 behind with only 5 in the bag. I played Do for 27. Opponent plays Bream, and there is no bingo here through the A, and I play Lie for 28. Opponent's rack, C12. Well, he has Jerk through the R, and also Jive, both of which leave Vince alone, which was the only out. So, what a game. Fantastic start for opponent with Othered, and I was then always playing catch-up, and when I got close to my opponent, he zoomed off again into the distance with Icon Eyes, and he moved further ahead with Inquiry towards the end, so I was never super close to opponent, but well done to my opponent anyway on a fantastic victory. I hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.